the big challenges of students during their studies is how to speak. If I get you right, you have the same problem. If somebody asks you a question, you become very nervous how to answer the question. You'll have a problem. You'll have some problems putting your ideas and opinions together, finding the structures, vocabularies to talk about your opinion. Am I right? Yes. So, here in this session, I'll introduce some great points. The way that structure your opinion, find the words necessary for a topic, how to manage it, and how to become prepared to talk in such a session. What is the first step when you hear the topic? The topic of this session is freedom. Yeah? Freedom for teenagers. As you hear the topic, what did you do?
Thinking about the freedom and teenagers.
So you start to think about freedom and teenagers. And make sentence about that, Mila.
Watching the topic from every side of us.
From every point and angles, watching and looking at the topic. Okay, girls?
I'm searching the websites or just talking to some information.
Great. You search a topic in different websites and search engines to find information about that. Any other way?
Asking someone that who knows, like your teacher, your friends.
Great. So the first step as you hear a topic is to understand the topic. What is the topic about? For example, as I say freedom, maybe it comes to your mind which freedom? The freedom in society or the freedom in family, freedom in school, among teenagers? What is the point here? So the first question is to ask your teachers, which type of freedom do you mean? Which aspect should I consider and take into account? Okay? So in order to do that, the first step is to understand the topic and research the topic. Search the topic in different engines to find information about that. See different videos about that. Ask your teachers or the friends to know what is different points of view about it. Okay. Meanwhile, one of the important things that you have to do at the beginning, before even finding the question and answering it, is to search some important vocabularies in this area. For example, the topic is freedom. You need to know some good vocabulary to talk about that. If you don't have the knowledge about vocabulary, how you should put it together to express your ideas. So, first step, when I give you a topic and your teachers introduce you a topic, first of all, search the words necessary for freedom, the specific words for freedom. If you search this title, a pile of information will be given to you about the specific words related to that. Did you find any words related to freedom for teenagers? What words? What is the synonym for freedom?
Do something you like.
In one word. Liberty. Yeah, am I right? Liberty. Liberty is a formal word talking about freedom totally. But as we narrowed down it to family and talking about freedom of teenagers in family, we don't say liberty in family. We use the word freedom. But knowing liberty will help you to define the word with high level vocabularies. And as you're speaking using high level vocabulary, complex structures, shows that you have a good knowledge of that language. Okay? So, second step is to search the vocabulary needed. After that, what will you do? In order to guess what will happen in this session, third step is to search the questions in that area. Have you done such things for this topic? You did it? No? Who did that? Searching what are the questions related to freedom in teenagers? No one searched it? For example, if I ask a question right now and you don't have any idea about that, how can you answer it? Hi.
God will help.
God will help you. God knows. So, but if you don't know the question and you don't predict it, you can't manage your opinion. And if, for example, Mr. Oscar asks you directly a question, for example, Hannah, what's your idea about this question? Yeah, you will be that way. Why me ask another person? So for next session, as we give you a topic, introduce you a topic, do two things. Search the topic to find information about that. Search the vocabulary that are needed. Search the questions related to that. If you just write, for example, 10 questions related to freedom in teenagers, more than 100 questions will be provided to you. You can select among those questions, okay? And which type of questions you should select. That is important too. In discussion sessions in higher levels, normally we don't ask yes/no questions. So the questions that start with do, does, skip those. You're not lower levels. In this level, most of the questions start with W words. What, who, where, when, why. Why is very important. And the questions related to the word how. How long, how many, how much. Yeah, the questions that elicit information from you. We want to take some good information. I don't want yes, no, I do, I don't know. I want something you start and speak and explain it. Okay? So when you are checking the questions, check those questions that start with WH words or how questions. Okay? As I see, none of you are taking notes. Later, will you remember all of these steps?
But it doesn't work.
They're in front of themselves.
He isn't a good friend. So we said that at the beginning, first step, understand the topic. Search the topic and understand what is the meaning of that. Okay, second step, find the vocabulary related to that topic, a specific vocabulary I mean. Third step, search questions related to that topic so that you are predicting what questions will be exposed to me in the session. What will the teacher ask me? Next step is, what is the next step? Imagine you found the questions.
Answer the question.
Great. Smart student. Give a positive to me.
Sure.
So next step is to answer the questions that you found. Answer the questions that you found. What is your idea about that? For example, our topic is freedom for teenagers. The question is, why do teenagers need freedom? Imagine the question is this: why do teenagers need freedom? Before coming to this session, you need to have an idea about that. If I ask Zahra is in a way that she doesn't know the answer. If I ask Zahra, what is your idea about this question? Why do they need freedom? Don't be that way. Say, okay, in my opinion. If you answer the questions, we will see that if I don't know the question, I'll go and search it. If you know the topic, you know how to answer the question, that is good. Skip to the next stage. If you don't know, search it. Why freedom is needed for life? Searching Google, different ideas will be given to you. Among them, find the things that you agree. Okay? You answer the questions and you actually brainstorm, how should I answer to the questions? What is my real idea about that? Next step is to practice your speech. Practicing speaking is important. And I think all of you are familiar with the technique of mirror speech. Yeah? All of you know that. Ask a question in front of a mirror, speak. And second technique is to, what is it? To record the things that you're telling, voice record it or video record it. so that later on you see how do I talk, what is my body gesture. For example, as people talk, some of people they use their hand a lot. I use my hand a lot, the body language. Some people just say this way, some say this way. So pay attention to that figures and body language, your own body language, and correct it. If there is something that you think, oh, why did I do that? Correct it. Try next time to be better than that. Pay attention to your pronunciations, the sentences, the way that you express your ideas, and also as you're talking, especially to your friends in session, never just look in front of you. Always have eye contact with others. Eye contact is very important. Right now, if I ask you a question, for example, Parinas, what is your idea about this point? You'll just look and stare at me and answer. That answer is not just for me. Try to look at everyone. Don't stare at them. You'll be embarrassed. Just take a look and explain to everyone that this is my opinion. Okay? Eye contact shows that you have high level of self-confidence. Okay? And reread. When you see that you don't know the answer of a question, go search it, reread. I don't advise memorizing the answers, because if you memorize the answers in a discussion session, it doesn't work. It will be very artificial. What is for example, what's the meaning of freedom? What is freedom in your idea? You just repeat the memorized words.
It's going to be like a presentation.
Yeah, it will be like a presentation, boring and artificial way. Discussion means that you just express your own idea and opinion with your own words, with your own sentences.